Welcome back to another MyPossibility podcast with Dawn and Natali from the site MySoulrenity.com. Are you ready for your mid-month boost? We are, so let's jump right in and get focused on your own soulrenity.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's MyPossibility, and this will be for July 2019. This week, we want to talk about cultivating healthy relationships. So let's talk about how we help healthy relationships in our life grow and, like I said, cultivate them. And I want to start by asking my co-host, the amazing Natali, what she thinks a healthy relationship looks like.
Oh, that's a loaded question, Dawn. You and I both know that good relationships don't just happen, right? They take patience and they take time and they take two people who really want to be together. For me, a healthy relationship is one where two very independent people come together and make a deal that they're gonna help make the other person the best version of themselves. To me, that is a healthy relationship in a nutshell. It's you promising to help someone be the best version of themselves and also wanting to receive that help from another independent person who you admire and respect, help you be the best person that you're going to be.
So you're saying two whole people coming together to help one another, to grow together and to bring their life more meaning, in a sense.
Yeah. And this needs to be authentic. You know, you talk a lot about authenticity. And so this, in my eyes, a very healthy relationship needs to be wholly authentic.
And that's very true. And it helps to communicate. And that's one of the biggest problems, isn't it? In most relationships, people can't communicate. Authenticity helps you communicate clearly. And not just with your partners, also with your family, with your friends, and anybody outside of your inner circle of trust. You know, it keeps you grounded, and also you can exercise that communication with a close partner to be able to go out into the world and know what's healthy and what's not. I've often thought that relationships they're always a gift in a sense. It's either a gift that we didn't expect or one we expected, you know. And we kind of get these gifts, we learn to unwrap these presents, we take them for what they are, or we take the gift and we make use of the gifts and they better our life in one way or another. And that can be all kinds of relationships that we've had.
Yeah, I think the wrong type of relationship, in my eyes, and I'm using the word wrong, but what I mean is unhealthy or toxic, that's going to be the type of relationship where someone finds you in, and I'll say inner peace, but they will leave you in pieces, as in crumbled. When you find the right relationship and a healthy exchange with someone, they may find you in pieces, crumbling, and lead you to that inner peace. That's the best thing possible that you can look for. Someone who's going to help you no matter what state you're in and help you get to that better place. Like I was saying, you want to find someone who's going to help you be the best you that you can be.
Would you say also compliments you? Well, yeah, that's good. That helps. If someone can compliment how your life is going and encourage you to keep going instead of, holding you back from your potential. And I think that sometimes in love, in relationships, especially when we're talking about, two people coming together or however you get in a relationship with someone, that can blind us. Like it can blind us from really staying who we are, because if we work too much in the unhealthy kind of relationship dynamic, like you're saying, it doesn't, you get with a person for who they are. And if you're with that person and you're not, like you said, helping them develop who they are and growing together and overcoming obstacles together and going, wow, like we are truly on this path that is making us just uplift and go to places that we never thought possible. Like,
that we never
you're holding
expected. Exactly.
Yeah, you're holding yourself down. Like if you got a relationship that's holding you down, disempowering you, like that's one of the things that I really, if you've got a relationship disempowering you, that's something I've had to get through as well. And I think a lot of people have to get through that. It's all about enriching your life and choosing to cultivate those relationships in your life. It's easy to say that, what's that?
I was going to say, I think that's a good way of putting it, is cultivating that power, remembering that we are responsible for ourselves and our own validation. It's really easy. I know you and I see this on a regular basis with people that we're working with, is we see people in toxic relationships with toxic people where nothing they say is good enough, or they're going to talk about your flaws and your past. They leave you feeling guilty about who you are or ashamed. They're often violating the boundaries that you set, and they never respect. No, they don't really care about you. It's all about them, what they think, how they feel, what they do. And when we talk to people, the main thing we hear is that they don't want to leave him or her or they because they're afraid of losing that person. And I always think, if this is a person who truly loves you and respects you, they're not going to go anywhere while you grow and while you evolve into the person that you are. They're going to be right there with you every step of the way, growing with you. And anyone who tries to prevent that inner growth and that inner peace is probably someone who is not healthy for you.
Yeah. And we talk about that, like you're saying, about the not being afraid to let go, of a person that is very unhealthy. It's one thing, like you're saying, for someone to come to you broken and not really broken, but in pieces, and be able to see themselves in their faults and say, oh my gosh, being with you is helping me grow. But it's another if you get with someone and that person, say has a void, or that person is a manipulator, or they really don't understand a healthy dynamic in any way whatsoever, because they themselves can't really love themselves in a sense. They don't truly understand what it means to commune with themselves. And that's, that sucks your power away.
Yeah,
that
sucks your power away.
You have.
And this is important that you take accountability for this when you do encounter people like this. And before you even encounter anyone like that, take accountability. People think dysfunction and drama is normal. That's not love, and it shouldn't be welcomed in a healthy relationship. If that's what you want, understand that that's not going to be a healthy, sustainable, loving relationship. Long-term dysfunction and drama is not going to bring you inner peace. And I say that as someone who has experienced that in several of my past relationships, that isn't going to help you. That is just going to drag you down. That's not going to inspire you to be the best you that you can be. And also, it's not going to ask that person that you're with to be the person that they should be, the better person that they should be. They're not going to learn who they are like that. They're just going to be feeding off of your energy and your power, like Dawn is saying.
Yeah. And you, if this person can't cultivate a relationship with themselves, to understand that how we ultimately feel about ourselves is going to reflect out there. And if you're not really cultivating how you feel about yourself, those seeds of growth that you're enriching inside of you that say, yeah, I am worthy of myself and worthy of something good, you know, that really is something that I see a lot of people doing. Is unable to realize that inside of them, that relationship is just as important as the one they're having with the other person.
I read a really good quote one time, and it's just always stuck with me, and it was, a healthy relationship will provide answers, not generate more questions. And I've always held that really close to me. When I start asking a lot of questions about the relationship that I'm in, I try to take a step back and I try to ask myself, where are these questions coming from? If this is healthy, Why doesn't it feel healthy? Why am I asking myself these questions? Why aren't I able to just enjoy it? So if you're asking yourself a lot of questions about your relationship, what if, maybe compromise, this, that, the other, you're thinking far ahead, and you're saying, I don't even know where we're going to be in September. That's probably not healthy, and that's not good for you, because it's going to create an internal stress and anxiety that is just going to make you feel worse overall, and it's going to harm whatever it is you're trying to build with this person, because you have questions that don't have answers, and that's a big red flag in something that's not working out for you, that's not a healthy, cultivated relationship between two people or more.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's and the kind of work that we do here on MySoulrenity, it also, while it's about enriching yourself, finding inside of you your internal compass is really important to us. Be able to discover your true self and who you really are. And if you have a lot of relationships around you that are bogging you down like that, that are keeping you from asking yourself the important questions, it's a lot of noise, and it does keep you in a state of negativity, and that's why it's good to get in touch with yourself first, internally.
Or just draining too. We see that, don't we? We see a lot of draining. Yeah, that's the main thing. If you're with someone, and again, talking from experience, so no, I'm not pointing fingers at you guys, but if you're listening and you've experienced this, where you've been with someone and you feel really tired or just like worn out or mentally, emotionally exhausted after being around that person, even if it's only for a short amount of time, ask yourself, why do I feel like this after being around this person? What is it about this person or this environment or this situation that I feel like I am giving so much to, that I need to rejuvenate, I need to recharge afterwards? That's a good indicator that you're not listening to yourself, that you're not giving yourself the space to ask the questions that Dawn's talking about, to really get to yourself, to find out what it is you want and what it is you need. We all have different wants and needs in relationships, and they will change over time. And if you have a healthy relationship, you're going to be able to communicate that effectively to your partner or partners and explain where you're coming from and have an open dialogue in that way.
Yep. And that the same goes for friendships. The same goes for family. Yes, you could very well have a family member that is sucking you dry.
Oh yes.
Likely, it can happen. We've all been there, I think.
I'm pretty sure we all have at least one. Yeah.
At least one of those in the family. They just gotta, what? I'm taking a vacation permanently from this person. It's like, and that's where it comes in. Yeah, that is to allow yourself to release certain relationships, to allow yourself the freedom to grow and allow new relationships to come in that are healthier or that give you experiences to learn lessons from. If we're stuck in some kind of relationship that's, and this is also coming from experience, that is holding you down, you will feel stuck. You will feel like time is not on your side. You are stifled. And the more that happens, the more you lose, again, your internal focus and your internal power to reclaim your fragmented self. And if you can't, you can't look to other relationships to fill your fragments. You gotta get those pieces back over the years. That's what you have to do.
They're yours. You always have access to them. The greatest relationships are the ones you really never expect to be in. Those are the ones that sneak up on you. The ones that take the most work, that take the most energy, that leave you the most drained, that have you asking the most questions. Those are the relationships that probably aren't honoring who you truly are inside.
Yep. Let's get some clarity going up in here this July, guys. All right?
Try to. Thanks, guys.
Have a good July. Bye.
Hi guys, this is Natali from MySoulrenity.com. Let me tell you about a new feature we have. On our website, we've added a contribution tab, and we are looking for you. We're looking for writers. We're looking for people who want to be featured on MySoulrenity.com. We're looking for models. We're always looking for donations because we're such a small team, and we're looking for any businesses that might want to work with us for ad potential. You can catch us on social media at Instagram. We're at my.soulrenity. At YouTube, we're over there. Just search for MySoulrenity. We're on Twitter at msoulrenity, and we're also on Facebook as MySoulrenity. We really look forward to connecting with you.